Now to our team coverage of that tornado on the eastern shore.
We began with 10 on your sides. Aaron Kelly live outside Cherrystone Campground. Aaron?
Well, we've been seeing heavy equipment coming in here. If you can see over to the right, that's coming up the street here. People have been coming through in buses to come get the belongings that they left behind when they had to leave the campgrounds this morning. And up over in the tree line there, you can see where the trees were snapped off from this tornado. We've learned it was a category or an EF1 tornado that, according to the state police, came in through from the southwest, created a V across the campground area. More than 1,300 people were here at the time of the tornado. There were 40 staff members as well. 36 people were hurt. We've learned 2 people have died. They're both from New Jersey, a couple 38 years old with a 13-year-old son who was also seriously hurt and is still in the hospital. Now, earlier today, we talked to someone who was able to ride through this storm. Take a listen.
The aftermath was just brutal. Just to go through the park, the devastation, like a bomb had gone off in there. Trees 2 foot in diameter just snapped in half and laying on rigs, through rigs, one 40-foot fifth wheel trailer upside down, one next to it just totally smashed like a little box of wooden matches.
A lot of cleanup still left to do here. Governor Terry McAuliffe will be here in the morning to survey the damage. We'll send it back to you live from Northampton County.
All right, we are told as many as 175 people lost their campers to the storm.
They are slowly starting to let those people return to check on their belongings, but many will stay at the local high school set up as an emergency shelter. That's where our coverage picks up now with 10 on your sides, Jason Marks.
And Tom, here at Northampton County High School, the big question tonight, how many people will we have here? As you mentioned, a lot of the people have been going back to Cherrystone to check on their belongings. We just don't know how many are going to have to come back. It all depends on the damage. If your vehicle, your camper was not damaged, if you have a car, you're able to leave and go back home. But if you can't go, obviously then you're stuck here, unfortunately. Now look what the public is doing, and it really is an amazing outpouring of support. This is just all started from this morning. This shelter here that they have set up at the high school. You can see people bringing in anything from paper towels to, of course, baby food, dog food we've seen, and of course, lots and lots of water. It is anything that can be done to help comfort the people who have been through a tragic situation. We talked with some of those people earlier, and the stories are just amazing.
There was trees and everything down. I didn't realize that campers flipped until I went down my road, and you just saw them. It was horrible. I felt so bad for those people.
I just called my sons because I was so scared, and I thought I was calm, but I'm not calm anymore. It was very scared to see these people lose everything, their campers, lives. It was very scary.
The loudest screams came from over near the tenting area, and I ran over there and saw a tree laying across the tent with with people in it. That were the 2 that have died, and we couldn't do anything for them.
Yeah, couldn't do anything for them. We do know that there was a New Jersey couple who passed away inside their tent when a tree fell on it. The big question, guys, tonight, how many people will be coming back here to Northampton High School tonight to sleep? Of course, we will keep you posted on how many will be doing that, and you can just see this community really is lining up just to help everyone affected by this morning's storm. Now back to you.
Jason, thank you. Emergency crews in the field had an organized system to determine which storm victims needed to get to the hospital first.
Close to 30 patients were rushed to the hospital right there on the eastern shore. And 10 on your sides, Chris Horn talked to some of them. He picks up our team coverage.
So, Chris, what have you learned about those victims at this point?
Yeah, Tom and Nicole, they needed to have their mass casualties plan snap into action at Riverside Shore Memorial. The hospital was put to the test, no doubt. 26 were treated from the storm itself as storm victims. 21 were released. When you look at the pictures, the images, and the video that came into us from so many of them, it's a wonder there weren't more than 26 of the 1,300 plus who were at the campground when the storm hit. Among those who were treated, a family from Pennsylvania, their group of 7 represented 3 generations. And the mother was horrified when her mother, the grandmother of the children there, got pinned under a refrigerator when their camper flipped over.
well, I was trying to get her out, and then my hero here, see him rip open the door, and then he came in and helped us get the refrigerator off my mom.
Helicopter video. This is one of 2 children who were transported from Riverside Shore Memorial to CHKD. This was the afternoon flight. An earlier flight had transported the 13-year-old son whose mother and father were killed. They are the 2 who were killed at the campground earlier in the day. Live in Northampton County Eastern Shore, Chris Horn, 10 on your side.